Hello everyone, welcome back to the Clara CFO Group channel. Today we're going to talk about something that's a little different than what we talk about typically on this channel. We like to talk about numbers, taxes, accounting, QuickBooks, Excel, all the things. But today we're going to talk about vision, the vision for your company. I know a lot of you guys who are watching this channel are small business owners. And as a CFO, my role is to help guide the business owner in the direction that they want to go. So we as CFOs are the financial support advisor. We are the people who are telling the CEO, what happens if you make this decision? What happens if you make that decision from a financial perspective? And hopefully guide the CEO to make the best decisions possible. But my job is very, very difficult when my CEOs don't have a clear vision for where they want to go. So what I'd like to talk to you guys about today is vision and how you go about setting that in your business if you don't already have a clear picture of what you want to do. So if that sounds interesting, stick around. And this is actually part of a 3-part series because we're going to talk about vision and then really get into sort of like how to actually set goals to help you achieve the vision, and then also how to rally your team and communicate it to your team so that everybody is on the same page as you're growing your business and you're moving forward in the same direction. So hopefully that sounds great. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you aren't already. And let's go ahead and talk about vision. Really just like super high level, what we're talking about is where do you see yourself? Where do you see the business going? Where do you see the business and what do you see the business becoming? Because, it's really different based on the type of business owner that you are, and everybody starts their business for a different reason. So let's say that you left a corporate job and you had skills in HR and you decided that you wanted to go out and start an HR consulting business. Now, 2 people who start HR consulting businesses from the exact same maybe starting point are going to have a different vision of where they'd like to see their company in 3 years or 5 years or 10 years. Some people might just say, hey, it's something that I'd like to do. I really want to work just a few hours. And by doing consulting, I don't have a boss telling me that I need to work full time. And so my vision of this company is really just that it allows me a really flexible life. And, I never really foresee it growing super huge. The other person might have a vision for their company that they actually really love leading teams and they would love to build their HR consulting business to be one of the most well-known consulting practices or HR practices in this entire, region. Or maybe they want to become the largest in the country for HR consulting to small business owners or something like that. So 2 people from the exact same background could have different visions of where they want to go. And this is super important because as you are making decisions are oftentimes not necessarily good or bad decisions. They're more about, is this going to take you more and closer in the direction you want to go, or is it going to take you away from it? For example, like in my own business, I might be given opportunities left and right, but I have to go back and say, is this going to get me closer to where I would like Clara CFO Group to be in the future? Or is this just a distraction that's going to take me away from really where I want to be, where I could be investing that time and energy and effort into something else? So a vision is like a guiding principle for your business, okay? And I want to tell you guys specifically about this practice. And this has been so helpful for me. A business coach told me about this probably in 2018, around the time that I was starting my business and I was really trying to figure out where I was and what I was doing and who I was and all the things, who I wanted to serve. And a business coach brought this to my attention. It's a practice or an exercise that you can do called writing your vivid vision. So there is a book, and I'll try to put a picture of it or something up here. But there is a book called Vivid Vision that you're, welcome to grab and read. You can also just Google Vivid Vision. I'll try to put a couple resources in the description box below. But a vivid vision is this idea of writing not a vision statement. Because a vision statement is typically like 1 sentence, 2 sentences or something like that. And it's really broad. It might be like, to provide the best financial services to small businesses possible. Like that might be a vision statement for me or something. It seems very broad and it doesn't really give people really something to super latch on to. It's not very inspiring, honestly. So the difference between a vision statement and a vivid vision is something that it's like you're trying to write yourself into your own future and you're describing everything around you. Okay, so this is actually an exercise that takes more time. I mean, maybe not more time than a vision statement, because sometimes people spend a lot of time trying to really get it so succinct. But what an exercise of writing a vivid vision is that you go and you spend time and you actually write about your life as if you were in the future, as if you were in your business 3 to 5 years from now. And you write about every aspect of your business. And this is like an essay format, okay? And you actually write about, like, you know, how many employees do I have? And what are, you know, how do they feel when they come into work? How do you feel when you come into work? What are you spending your time on 3 years from now? Who do you have partnerships with this at this point in time? What type of customers are you serving? What are your customers saying about you? What is the community saying about you? What are you giving your time to? What are you donating? What are you accomplishing? Did you buy a building? Do you have a fleet of vehicles? What are the things that your business owns? What is the things that your business is doing? And this is a real time to, like, just let your brain free flow on where you would like to see yourself in the future. And I highly recommend getting out of your normal office day-to-day to do this exercise. So when I wrote the vivid vision for my business just recently, I had written one about 3 years ago. And then after seeing what had come to fruition, it was definitely time to write a new vivid vision, because a lot of the stuff that had happened or I had written had come to life. So it's already happened. So now it's time to rewrite another vivid vision. So I just rewrote one about a month and a half ago. And when I did this, I actually left my home. I walked down to an area where there's a little bit of beach and a beautiful view of the Puget Sound. And I could see mountains, I could see boats, I could see birds, I could just, you know, be in nature, sat on a park bench and just started writing. So I actually pen and paper writing. And I had probably about 5 pages of written text that was just me free flowing about what I believe the business will be in the future. And it's literally like I was writing it to say, it's November 2027 and blah, 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 blah. So I did a 5-year vivid vision. You can do whatever feels more realistic and comfortable for you to do that. But 3 years felt a little too close. I was like, no, I think I want to talk about what is my 5-year. So I just wrote it all out. And honestly, it was so inspiring to myself that I felt so aligned with the direction that I was going. And even since then, it's been helping me say no to opportunities and helping me be clear on what I need to dial in more and then what I need to step back on. Okay. Cause I get pretty ADD where I can be like, squirrel, 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 like opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. And as business owners, we don't have, you know, a boss telling us, don't do that, don't do that. We have to be our own boss. So a vision helps us stay on the straight and narrow, and it'll help us kind of just determine, is this going to really help me achieve what I would like to see in this life, in this business? So I love the idea of doing it for your business. I actually love it for your personal self as well, for your personal life. So feel free, if you do it for your business and then you're like, you know what, maybe I'll just keep going and actually talk about what this looks like. If my business is doing this, it's going to impact my personal life as well. So keep free flowing with it. Okay. So I just want to encourage you guys, spend some time. I know maybe this holiday season might be a little bit too much, but maybe at the very beginning of the year, spend some time, sit down, grab the book if you need a little bit more guidance on exactly how to do this, or maybe do some research and read some of the essays that have been written by Cameron Herold and a couple other people. Spend some time to think about your vivid vision. I promise you, you will be happy that you did the exercise, because it will give you clarity. And we love clarity here. Okay. So, and then stay tuned, because we are going to talk a little bit more about goals and then also how to talk about this stuff with your team as well. So stay tuned and we'll see you soon. And if you want to share anything about your vision, please do so in the comments below. I love that stuff. So I would love to hear if you have a really exciting vision and you want to share it. Let's do it. All right. See ya.